Following program is rated TVMA for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yo, what's going down? It's your boy Dub FX. I am doing a show called Hook, Line, and Thinker with DJ D Phoenix on Neo Retro FM, so tune into that. Peace.
Life's pretty fast. You don't stop to look around once in a while. You could miss it.
You know, I mean, a lot of the things, I mean, they just fall one right after the other, you know?
I think it would open up a Pandora's box of questions.
No, that's exactly what it would be. It would be a Pandora's box. I mean, it'd be nonstop.
Right.
So that's where I stand with it.
Okay. Pardee's out of the room for the moment. So Gabriel, let me ask, what are your views on this?
So the obvious answer to me is like rewriting history or the control of the narrative. So this for me kind of ties back into the Tartarian Empire thing we were talking about the other day. That like the whole thing about that was them trying to control the historical narrative that we have all been taught in public school, which has been approved by the government, has been approved by, you know, so many people that are in power to educate the masses, as it were. And like, if we had like concrete evidence of these like peoples that are just vastly more powerful or advanced or educated than what we know of today as society and civilization, it would be a huge threat to those who are in power on like our level. So like, so from what I've been reading and researching, it would be this like monumental effort to do, but once you had achieved a certain level of suppression of this information, it would be relatively easy for those people to continue suppressing that information to preserve the narrative which they have created.
Right. And so because of that, though, you can't have any evidence floating around. You can't have any of these artifacts up for public view. None of it. It's just got to be put away.
Mm-hmm.
Great viewpoint. I appreciate that. MommaHeart, why do you think the Smithsonian would be swooping in and doing this?
Well, it is, they do that on all kinds of archaeological digs, they, in the form of, we're going to put it in the museum or whatever. And if you went into their deep crevices, they have all kinds of things that they've taken in the guise of, we're going to, you know, to preserve it in the whatever. I do believe control and to remove a lot of the elements of what I believe Oz had said about biblical elements of giants, that if the Nephilim or what have you, because I think even in the giant bodies, like that one I remember, it was very distorted, like, you know, if he was a human body, but the distortion of like super long legs or whatever. So I if they were Nephilim, which would be part human, part from the eternal realm, then they could also be aesthetically super different. You know what I mean? And that would create too many questions.
Right. No, good. That's awesome. Yes, Gabriel.
So something that I was reading a lot was like the Smithsonian was specifically discrediting these instances as not being human. Well, my argument is that this would have been an entirely separate, like,
race.
Exactly. Like, yeah, of course they're not human. They're giants.
Right.
Like, you're not stating disputable fact there, in my opinion. Like, just saying that they're not human doesn't mean that they didn't exist. Like, lots of things exist that aren't human. In fact, that's
exactly
thing that exists.
Giant beavers.
Megafauna. I don't understand why it's not possible that there would have been larger humanoids than we know of today.
Right. Humanoid. And humanoid is different than human, because humanoid is a human-like figure or a human-like entity, but it's not necessarily human. Good point. Speaking. Right. Good discussion. What I want to do, kind of along the same lines, but we're going to switch gears here a little bit. I think we're still sitting okay on time. Yeah, we got a little bit of time left. The last thing that I want us to talk about, or one of the last things that I want us to talk about today, is I've just seen recently, and I had no idea that this was even a conspiracy theory or an idea, but supposedly the Vatican, who we all know how insidious they can be, has been hanging on to the world's first murderer. Let's watch this.
The Vatican has kept Cain in prison for centuries. The church may have hidden a disturbing truth. Cain, the first murderer in human history, is still alive, locked away deep within its crypts. According to leaked documents, his immortality is not a gift, but a curse imposed by God, condemning him to wander the earth for eternity. However, the church managed to capture him centuries ago, and he remains sealed in a cell, far from the knowledge of the outside world. Hidden records within the Vatican archives describe a being with a human appearance, yet with dark, glowing eyes and skin that never ages. It is said that Cain possesses forbidden wisdom, knowledge about the origin of humanity, and the enigma of immortality. Priests and exorcists have attempted to communicate with him, but those who've seen him up close either disappeared or lost their minds. Why does the church keep him captive instead of destroying him? The answer is terrifying. His blood holds unknown properties, and some believe his existence contains secrets that could shake the very foundations of faith. If this story is true, Cain still waits in the shadows, a prisoner of a power we cannot comprehend. But the question is inevitable. How much longer can he be contained? And what will happen when he finally escapes?
Okay, that's an interesting one. We've got one. I think I've got one more, so let's go to that one real quick.
This is what the Vatican has been hiding under St. Peter's Basilica, and it's purely horrifying. Most of us know the story of Cain, the man who killed his brother, Abel. As punishment, God cursed him with immortality and condemned him to wander the earth forever. But what if that wasn't where his punishment ended? Legends say that centuries ago, Cain, that's what he was called in ancient times, was captured by the Vatican, not to protect the world, but to hide him. Deep beneath St. Peter's Basilica, inside the Vatican's dark catacombs, they built a prison like no other. A prison where Cain has been trapped for over 1,000 years. So why didn't they get rid of him? Some believe Cain holds ancient knowledge, secrets so dangerous they could bring down the church, secrets that the Vatican has kept hidden from the world at all costs. But Cain wasn't afraid. He warned them that if anything ever happened to him, the secrets he knows would be unleashed, and they could tear the Vatican apart.
I'll give you 5.
Okay, give me 5. So, Fury, you want to let MommaHeart and Jerry know what we're talking about today?
We are talking about kids show conspiracies. We have covered SpongeBob being set at, Bikini Bottom being. I've got reverb.
No, it passed.
Okay. Oof.
So yeah.
Yep. I'm hearing myself. Anyway, we're talking about Bikini Bottom actually being at the bottom of the Bikini Atoll.
Right. It was legit.
The all the atomic tests leading to the character, mutated radiation and things like that.
We're getting really bad radiation.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, well let's see if this changes it. Let's see if this changes it at all. Hopefully it will. I hope.
Willy Wonka in the movie is actually a serial killer. The whole point of the golden ticket was to bait these kids into the factory so he can do these little traps. Yeah. All these kids, they represent a type of sin.
Oh, word.
Yeah. So Gloop, the fat kid, because of gluttony, he didn't just fall into the chocolate river by accident. Willy Wonka pushed him.
Wait,
no, but just back it, there's no, like, in the movie, all these alleged accidents, there's no, like, evidence of, like, who did it or if they survived after. So this is just all theory. Yeah. I mean, that he's a serial killer. The next one, the selfish one. She wasn't attacked by squirrels on accident. Willy Wonka actually targeted her. You know what I mean? Violet, the impatient one. Yeah. She wasn't turned into a blueberry by mistake. She was intoxicated on purpose by Willy Wonka. So all of these, like, little traps and factories were actually meant for those kids to do it. Because
the last one was the one good.
And that's it. Okay, so
yes, I have heard of that. That Willy Wonka was actually a child serial killer.
Right.
I have.
Has anybody else heard that?
That makes my child.
Huh?
Has anybody else heard that before? I haven't.
No.
I have, but I have another theory to throw out there about Willy Wonka.
Sure.
He could have been a divine messenger sent to punish for the 7 deadly sins, if you think about it.
Oh, gluttony,
greed.
Well, and the rest of them, but look at Grandpa and Grandma, though. Grandpa and Grandma laid in bed all day long, and so did parents.
Sloth.
Remember that?
Yes,
Sloth.
Heart, do you remember that? MommaHeart?
Oh, definitely. I remember that. The family bed. That was one of the first introductions in media about the family bed, which gets a lot of controversy now.
No doubt. Yeah, I know. Jerry, what are your thoughts and musings on Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? Good, bad, or indifferent?
Indifferent. He was a fictitious character.
Well, we know that.
Oh.
No, we're not. Yeah, but we are doing a tinfoil hat contest right now.
Oh, when is what day is it? Was it today?
No, I think the end of the contest is the 7th of this next month. So yeah, you might, if you want to work on one though, that would be swell.
Swell.
Yeah.
I'll see if I'll be in San Diego on Tuesday, so I'll see if my grandchildren wish to help me.
And they can enter. They can enter too. There'll be a big full all American campaign with your picture plastered all over billboards and stuff wearing your hat.
So
yeah. Anyway, Jerry,
what's the prize for who wins? Just
a long playing record album.
Nice.
Of who?
Is it? Well, that we'll just have to wait and find out.
Nice.
It's what?
It's a surprise.
It is a surprise. Jerry, thank you so much for popping on. And it's good to see you, but I know you've got stuff you've got to go do.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
thanks for showing up and giving us a few minutes.
Good to meet you.
Yeah.
Not a problem. Nice to be here.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, see you later.
Cool. All right.
Good luck.
So,
be safe.
When the video was playing, were you guys able to hear it better than what you were hearing it, the volume or whatever audio before?
The video was audibly horrible.
Was it?
Just the fact that I could see it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was. We got the gist of it. We could hear it. It just wasn't easy to listen to.
Right, but then that means I need to figure out what to do on
you
my
could have
end.
done better.
I could have done better. That's probably true. Well, I'm dancing as fast as my feet will take me on that. So, the thing is, though, is that most of our conversation today is based around these cartoons. So, I mean, we can bring them up and not watch the video if you want to do that.
No, we like giving you a bunch of crap.
Do you?
Our
Good, 'cause
reverb stopped, so maybe the video will be fine now.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm hoping so.
Let's check it out.
Let's see. So let's do that. Anyway, Mama Heart, I'm glad you're here with us. Good to see you. Come on.
We missed that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's where it goes bad. And then it stops on my end.
And the audio is still really bad.
It's-
we have to put your screen sharing.
Really?
You're in an aquarium. We're in an aquarium.
Okay. Well, let me see if I can get us back up here. There we go. Okay. Is that better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to have to forgo videos then, because I have no way around that. So...
Did
Yes.
our visual change here because all of a sudden on
No,
our
what
end,
happened?
I can't see us.
What, right now?
Yeah.
I can still see all of you, except for
Okay,
Mama
cool.
Heart. She just ducked out.
You're here. I can see you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, all I know is that like it still translates just fine when I go to edit it. Like they were able to see everything, but you guys can't, and that means that I have to narrate or like you recap what just happened, and I don't want to have to do that. So
Apparently, if you use headphones, that will solve that problem because it's your external mic picking up the mic from the video or the audio from the video.
Oh, that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, I thought so.
So in the meantime, Sesame Street. Have you guys heard about the one episode that was taken off the air because it scared the bejeebers out of the kids?
No.
Negative.
Okay,
Go
so
Australia.
Margaret Hamilton, who was the Wicked Witch of the West. I hope I'm saying this right. Conveying this right. She was on Sesame Street and she scared the kids to death because she's the Wicked Witch of the West, right?
right.
So they had to take that episode off. I mean, Sesame Street is not about scaring kids.
Right.
Give me 1 second, you guys. I have to reprimand my daughter for sending me too many times.
Okay. I'll kill some of your time.
Would you please?
Yeah. You know, on Sesame Street, there was also.
Nobody knows about Sigmund and the Sea Monsters.
Never heard of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for tuning in. That's the end of the series. Good night. No, not really. No, it was one of the Sid and Marty Krofft shows, like HR Puffin stuff and the Boogaloos and all those.
Yeah, okay.
And with a young Johnny, gosh, the kid that played on Family Affair with his little sister Buffy. Oh my gosh. I can see his little redhead. I just can't think of the name. Anyway, back to Margaret Hamilton. She also portrayed a Wicked Witch role in the Paul Lynde Halloween special back in 1976. And on that, she introduced Paul Lynde to the rock group Kiss, oddly enough.
Wow. What a bizarre meeting.
And that's something. So yeah, very and then had an amazing career prior to or around the same time as Wizard of Oz. So, yeah, I'm glad we were able to acknowledge Margaret and her accomplishments, because amazing actress. Okay, what direction do we want to go? Or should we just see what the next subject is? Oh, wait a second. No, because actually Gabriel and I were talking. Gabriel, what we were talking about a little bit ago, you said that you had some stuff on PAW Patrol?
I do. So, the buzzword for this little segment is propaganda. So, PAW Patrol is this children's show where little talking dogs, and it's animated, little talking dogs are playing like firefighters and policemen and various different like social service type roles. But there is an overbearing theme of surveillance state in this show. Like there's cameras freaking everywhere. They've got this tower in the middle of town where they can keep an eye on everything, and everyone's like, they're like keeping everyone safe supposedly, but anytime that anything goes wrong, there's a cat stuck in a tree out on Apple Lane or whatever, or like, you know, someone's sneaking into, I don't know. I haven't really watched a lot of the show, but I saw enough to be like, oh, that is
wow. That's
so,
right.
Yeah. So it's just this insidious indoctrination of children to the idea that cops can do whatever the heck they want, and it's terrifying.
Right.
It is terrifying.
And that also the big brother state is normal.
Yes, exactly. Or even desirable.
Right, exactly, because he's here to protect us.
Right, exactly. It's just getting them used to this idea that everything they do is being watched, and you better be good or else.
I'm ashamed of myself for not having picked up on that.
You know, it's interesting that you say it that way, though, because it's almost like the Grimm Tales in a different way, because those were written probably like what DJ Fury had mentioned, where there were safeguards to keep their kids indoors and from going out and, like, you know, trekking around. Whereas this is kind of the same thing, but, you know, it's like instead of it being indoors, it's probably in some kind of a, well, obviously surveilled area kind of thing, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
That is creepy. Yeah.
Right.
That's wild. All this subliminal stuff in shows, though, you know, and the sad part is that it just goes to show what is being shoved off on our kids without people even realizing it for the most part. You know, you've got the theme is, and then you've got like all this underlying stuff that, you know, they're pushing out there. The SpongeBob stuff still totally trips me out. I'm so glad that we talked about that.
Can you rewind just a little bit and do a quick recap of what the SpongeBob stuff was about? Because I missed that part.
Yeah, you bet. DJ Pardee or Fury?
For what? The SpongeBob?
Yeah, what we were talking about a little bit ago with him. The bikini attack.
Just a little snippet of like what.
I Googled that, right? So it was.
Right.
Okay, let me pull it back up. SpongeBob theories. Why, you just asked, and it's like deer in the headlights. I don't remember anything I was thinking about 10 minutes ago. That's something from 5 years ago.
Right.
Here we go. So there's a ton of theories. Here are some of the creepiest the internet's come up with. A nuclear site.
Right.
Fun. Okay, so back they bombed an island, close to, and it was called. There we go. And they took there was 167 people they removed, and they let off 67 bombs. And so they're theorizing that Bikini Bottom is based on this island.
Oh, I didn't realize that was just a theory. I thought it was confirmed by the creator.
Yes.
And the creator is a former Marine.
Huh?
The creator is a former Marine.
And marine biologist.
Oh, was he? Okay. Okay.
And so the theory is that the radiation has rendered the sea life there mutants, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the force of the one bomb that they set off there was equivalent to 1,000 Hiroshima bombs.
Wow.
And then they brought the Bikinians back there again. So they took them away and then they brought them back. I don't have the year in front of me. It was like in 70 and then had to remove them in 78 because they had the highest levels of cesium exposure in anyone known to mankind.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
So we were theorizing, wow, why did they bring them back that they had radiated it? And then the easy theory to think, because this is for entertainment purposes only,
Right.
was that they brought them back so that they would have test subjects then. Those are some pretty compliant folks that were taken away from their island, and now they're just being told that they get to go back. I'm sure there wasn't a lot of talk of what they'd done to destroy it, and then they had to remove them again. And now again, they'll have all of that testing for those folks and then their offspring as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not very
The amount of radiation though that they had to have absorbed is just, you can't. Well, I know, and I don't expect anyone to research this, but I know that we probably all heard the amount of time it takes after a bomb happens until the point in time when it's actually safe to be in that same area that the bomb went off. But I don't think it's anytime soon.
No.
That lasts for hundreds of years. That will be
So-
uninhabitable.
Right, so you put those people right back into an area that has been bombed. I would think that
Surprised they survived. I'm very surprised they lived.
Right?
yeah, 8 years. But can you, yeah. Wow. Okay, so yeah, stuff. Let's see. Did we talk much? Yeah.
I saw you had a clip about the Teletubbies.
Oh yeah.
I would like to move on to that if that's all right.
Let's
I
do that.
loved that show as a kid. I even dressed up as Lala for Halloween one year.
Well, you might not.
That was a fantastic costume.
You may never do that again after watching this, Gabriel. I'm not kidding you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Oh, great.
Hey, Dave.
Hi. Okay. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hey, Dizzy.
Hi.
FoxMan, can you hear me?
You're quiet again, Fox. Yeah.
Bucket down here. I don't know what's in it. Let's get Chris to see.
Was it nice weather back up in Washington?
Today it was, yeah. Well, to other people it was nice weather. I prefer it raining personally.
I
right.
love rainy days.
So Dave's going to get some assistance from Chris and get his microphone set up. So, and just so that Dizzy and Gabriel know, actually, Dave or Foxman is MommaHeart's and my cousin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Foxman, can you hear me? Yeah, I can't hear you either. I don't know why. Let me see if maybe it's something on my end. No, it shows that you've got audio. Let me see something. Yeah, it's showing that you've got audio. You might have to switch your microphone though, Chris. Possibly in settings.
Like up in the corner, there should be 3 little dizzies that you might be able to go to your microphone up there. Let's see where's. Oh, maybe it's in the corner, the bottom. Mute.
Everyone's a little different.
That's true. We can make a different background.
What's that? Okay. We're going to go ahead and go, and they'll get that figured out. Dizzy, how are you?
Oh, I'm all right. All right.
Good. I'm going to really quickly do a chat thing for the intro, and I'll have one of you guys tell us or do it for us.
Hey, this is DJ D Phoenix and the crew here.
There's only one DJ D Phoenix.
Almost.
I did it
King
wrong?
James, how are you?
No, it's DJ D Phoenix. I said it right.
You're supposed to introduce yourself first, and then DJ D Phoenix goes last.
Exactly. I wish that we still had that thing that showed up the other day, because that was nice when it did that.
If anyone thinks that I, with purple hair, am going to do the rules, somebody made a mistake.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't necessarily follow rules, but I raise children who do. So they're, bonus.
Yeah. James, how are you?
I'm good.
Good. James and Gabriel, have you guys met before?
I don't think so. Hello, James.
Hello.
This is my better half, King James. I married the King James version.
Okay.
And guess if I married the king, what does that mean I am?
The queen.
Thank you.
Okay, so the script is up. It's really basic. And Chris, did you get it figured out yet? Okay, yeah, go for it. Okay, so FoxMan's gonna join me, and that's totally fine. Yeah, there you go. Okay, close that up. Okay, so who feels like doing the intro for us?
I mean, I always do, so I'll give other people priority.
Okay.
Also, permission to add the for entertainment purposes only to the script.
Oh yeah. Dizzy, would you mind doing our intro for us tonight?
All right. Am I gonna introduce everyone at the end?
Yeah. And so, and it's pretty easy because I think the only thing we need to do is that your screen's still up in there.
Oh, they've all seen me. They don't need to.
No,
anymore.
No, I know. Oh, thank you, Gabriel. I appreciate that. Okay, so Dizzy, you should have on your chat screen.
I got it.
You should actually have. Okay, wait a second. I don't know if this is going to work or not. It might.
Well, they don't need to see.
You are going to have the script on your chat. Can you see it?
Yeah, I do. I see it.
Okay, so whenever you're ready, and it's I'm the last one to introduce.
Okay.
So introduce everybody else first. And Dave is going by Foxman.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, so whenever you're ready, bud.
This is Dizzy Scribbles, and you're watching Hook, Line, and Thinker, a podcast. You're watching us on your YouTube channel and listening to us on X-Vibe Radio. With us tonight are King James and MommaHeart, Gabriel, Foxman, DJ Phoenix.
Ow!
DJ D Phoenix. Can I do it one more time?
If you want to.
Yeah, that should. It says okay, Hook, Line, and Thinker. Okay, a pod. That's kind of weird right there. A podcast.
I know. I got it.
Hook, Line, and Thinker. Pause, and then a podcast. Like
Yeah.
All right. This is Dizzy Scribbles, and you're watching. This is Dizzy Scribbles. You're watching Hook, Line, and Thinker. Oh God! All right, one more time. This is Dizzy Scribbles, and you're watching Hook, Line, and Thinker, a podcast. You're watching us on your YouTube channel and listening to us on your X-Vibe Radio. With us tonight are King James and MommaHeart, Gabriel at Foxman, and DJ D Phoenix.
And that is
this is for entertainment purposes only.
That's right. None of what we were talking about is
that
true.
Was terrible too.
Thank you, Dizzy.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right. So tonight, and thank you guys for tuning in, both on X-Vibe Radio and also on our YouTube channel. Tonight, we are going to do our favorite cryptids. So everybody's got a favorite cryptid, I'm pretty sure, whether it would be the Loch Ness Monster or Sasquatch or Mothman or whatever. So we're going to just do a round robin of sorts. And let's do this. Let's start out. We'll go clockwise. Dizzy, when it comes to cryptids, what would you say your favorite one to either read about, hear about, talk about is?
I would have to say, I like the Rakes, kind of. They're creepy. They creep me out.
Yeah, they're pretty funky.
But anything that shapeshifts, I like. I mean, I'm interested in.
Well, you know, and I keep bringing this up to people too. Dizzy's got actually one of the wildest things of film on fairies that I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Actually, we'll have to have you show us again one of these nights coming up soon.
I would like that.
Definitely. Our operator error.
Okay.
All right.
There we go.
There we go.
That's what we're after. Okay, so let's try this again.
Ta-da!
Ta-da. Okay, now, viewers and listeners, in conjunction with each other, this is the difference between mermaids and
sirens and mermaids may seem alike, but they're creatures of very different nightmares. Sirens, twisted beings from Greek myth, were part woman, part bird, lurking on rocky cliffs. Their voices, sweet, seductive, were a death trap, pulling sailors into jagged rocks and certain doom. Their song wasn't a gift. It was a curse, calling the unsuspecting to their end. Mermaids, however, were half human, half fish, lurking in the depths. Sometimes they helped, but anger them and they drag you below, down where no light reaches. Remember, while mermaids swim, sirens hunt.
Okay. That I did not know, but now we know.
Yep.
Any other similarities or differences between the two that anybody can think of right off the bat?
What did they say the siren was exactly?
Half bird or half something. I missed
Half
that.
bird or something like that. And I didn't know that.
Half bird, half what?
I didn't know that either. I was under the impression that they were human-like form. Period.
Half bird, half
that
what?
They sat on the rocks.
Half woman, Oz.
Half what?
Oz was saying half bird, half what, and I was clarifying half bird, half woman.
Yeah.
Isn't that a
I was
herpes?
under the impression that they were just female forms sitting on rocks with their hypnotizing or trance-inducing song that would lead the sailors towards the rocks and to their deaths.
Then what's a herpes?
There's a Greek myth behind the whole thing about why they ended up sirens, but I couldn't pop it off right now.
I'm actually looking at it.
Oz, you're on the right track as far as harpies, because they were bird-women hybrids in Greek and Roman mythology.
So Celeste has some info right here.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm looking at an ancient Greek statue of a siren, and it is harpy-like in the sense that it's a feminine head with the torso of a human woman, and then the bottom half is like a bird.
But wings.
And she's got wings.
Then where does the aquatic part come in with sirens?
I think it might be a mislabeling from various centuries of translation error and miscommunication.
Well, I actually have the answer to that question.
Good.
So the way that they became conflated with mermaids is that they were incorrectly treated in a couple of medieval bestiaries. And there were some problems with the textual translation from Latin to the other languages.
Okay. I'm sorry, go ahead.
The earliest writings we have about sirens are from the 3rd century BC, in which Apollonius of Rhodes described the sirens in writing as part woman and part bird.
Okay.
And I think the aquatic part of it is just that so they hunt, right? they're hunting sailors, and I think that's just where the aquatic part of it comes in. I don't think they swim.
Now, I wish that I could show this, or that I would have seen this earlier so I could actually show it on screen. This is an old ancient statue of a siren with the woman's head and upper torso, wings of a bird, and from the waist down is that of a mermaid or a fish. So yeah, there really is like a cross confusion almost about what these things really look like. And with sirens, it was more the audio, I think, that that we associate with them. It was the song to the siren, or song of the siren.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was like a tractor beam. And once you heard it, you couldn't. That's why they would say, you know, if there are sirens around, plug your ears. They wouldn't let any other fishermen listen for the sirens.
Right.
Because once you hear it, they gotcha.
Right.
Yeah. Like, they're pretty gnarly beasts.
Well, and if they are hunters, yeah, you know, the sailors met a horrible end, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And we don't have to get off the siren subject, but I am going to show us another video real quick. Believe it or not, that's 2 in less than 5 minutes, and somewhat successful.
There we go. Look at you go.
I know. Having less on my screen helps too.
I would imagine.
I know, huh? Okay, so we're just going to start watching some random videos. Listeners, there should be narration going along with this. So here we go with number 3. Number 3. Yeah.
Deep sea hunting footage. So we're seeing a submersible camera go down and look at what I believe is an oil rig.
Something, yeah.
The ladders and things like that. But that giant thing just swam by. I don't know. I want to see it again. There it is. Well, it looks like a fish. It's a fish.
But it's got a harpoon in it, or something very spear-like.
This is a mermaid when I've seen it.
Well, it was a fish for sure, but it did have a harpoon in it, and that's
from a
deep.
mermaid.
Oh, it is so murky.
It is.
Wow. Oh, it's replaying it for us.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. That looked like somebody speared a big fish, got it stuck, but didn't kill it, and the thing took off.
But I've seen that video before, and it shows
okay,
later on in the video.
Mermaid sighting in Israel.
Okay, real quick though, Oz, I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, the spears, harpoons that they're finding are like made out of bone, and they're just gnarly looking. And it's not like anything anybody's ever used.
So it's not like a manufactured spear.
No, absolutely not. It's definitely handmade.
Huh.
The Exorcist, I think for me that's one of the best films ever.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know, to this day, I still have not watched that movie. Can't watch it. I've seen enough of the clips. I know what the story's all about. It's stuff like that has a tendency to be too real that I'm just like, no, can't quite go there. Give me Bela Lugosi in a cape any day and I'll be okay.
Oh yeah, because that's pretty watered down and almost tongue in cheek, isn't it? I know.
Right.
No, the Exorcist is definitely. I mean, it was a one-off as far as I'm concerned. Even though they did Exorcist 2 and everything, that first one just struck a chord with people where it freaked them out because, like you said, it's real. It's really, you can just see the reality in it. It's like, wow.
Oh yeah. And I think in a lot of ways that was really the trailblazer for that genre that has kind of led up to where it's at now. And, there's some pretty trippy stuff out there in the movie theaters and on, And
I've got to tell you before I forget, I've got to tell you something. When I was married, we had a knock on the door one night, trick or treat. And I was always like involved in music and didn't really do trick or treat. My parents would never have allowed that anyway. They're not going to go begging. You're not going to go begging for sweets. What will people think? They were very much about what will people say, my parents. It was all about what will people say. They were Greek, obviously we're Greek Cypriot descendants. So it's all about what will people say, what will the family say, what will people think of us. You've shamed the family and all that stuff, so you can't go begging for sweets. That's not going to happen. So I was pretty kind of unaffected, untouched, and not very well informed when it came to Halloween, because obviously we didn't celebrate any of that in life. Right. And so I got married and ran around, did my stuff as a kid, teenager. Then I got married, and we got a knock on the door one day, and not being quite au fait with the custom of what you're supposed to do. I got a knock on the door, and this little kid said, my wife's standing just behind me, like a little bit further back, and at the door, and he went, trick or treat, and I went, no thank you, and I closed the door. She said, you can't do that. I said, what? She can't say no thank you. It's trick or treat. There's no thank you about it. It's one or the other. I didn't know. I didn't have a clue.
They didn't teach you. How are you to know?
Exactly.
No doubt. Firsthand.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And I might actually have you just real quickly recap that for us, buddy. Your sighting here a number of years ago in Jersey. You want to briefly tell the audience what happened?
Sure. It was probably around 7, 8 o'clock at night. I was in a car with my girlfriend at the time, and we were driving, and we saw this big light in the sky. And, of course, I'm like, follow that. Everybody's a little freaked out about it. I'm just like, no, follow it. So my girlfriend starts driving towards it. She's like, I don't know what that is. I'm like, just go. So go. And we literally get to a point where we're at a 4-way intersection, and we're like right underneath of the light. And it was huge. It was sorry, that's my dog.
That's okay.
I have a terrier named Sharky.
That's right.
So we get to this 4-way intersection, and it's this giant like egg shaped. It was like oval, but like kind of egg shaped, and it was like really bright. It was brilliant in color, and there were a couple other cars that were out there. Everybody was standing up staring at it, and I got out. This is before cell phone camera. Fortunately, there was no way to take a video unless you had an actual camera or camcorder with you. But we, just looked at it for a few, and I just remember it taking off, like gone. It made like the strangest noise too when that happened. And something else that I remember is about the colors. It was just like really brilliant and almost like dazzling in the way that it looked. It was
You said about 7 or 8 at night. So was it pitch black out, or was it like dusk where there's lights, kind of light in the sky still?
I would say it was closer to dusk, but it was in the summertime. So 7, 8 o'clock is still around that time. In Jersey,
right?
Sun's still kind of down, but you can still have some light. But also at this intersection, there were several different lights, so it was kind of lit up. And it was a river there too, so it's like floating and hovering above the river. So,
and one of the other interesting parts of your story is the fact, I think it was Allison that was out closer to the coast or something like that, and they saw the same thing.
Well, not the coast, but they were driving home on a highway. She was with my father and spending some time with him, and they were driving home, and she had seen it in the sky, and she was nudging him and trying to get his attention, saying, Dad, look at that, and he wouldn't look. But she told me that she saw it, because when we got home to my mother's house, shortly thereafter, maybe 15, 20 minutes, is when my sister came in and said, oh my God, yeah, we saw the same thing, because we tried calling 911 to let them know. And they were like, oh yeah, we've had tons of calls and everything. It's a transformer or something was said.
Of course, right. A weather balloon. Or even better, you must have a lot of swamps back there.
This was definitely, I know what I saw. It was huge. It was the size almost of a full football field in length. It was big.
Okay.
It was like the mothership.
And you had to go chasing after it.
I did. I wanted to see what the hell that was. I'm glad I did to this day.
Well, yeah. I mean, if nothing else, man, it creates an amazing story. And I think I asked you after you told us about it the first time here a few months back. It had to have changed your life to a degree, because you've got to look at the sky a lot differently, I would think, after seeing something like that.
Absolutely. And since then, I swear that I've seen, nothing like that. That was like absolutely insane. I mean, that was like, that was as closest to like a first encounter that you could possibly get, just, being a few thousand feet away from it.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. Because I
monkey, yeah.
I feel like almost
that monkey eyes.
I think Diggler's is just as good there.
I think like what Diggler's got up behind him right now.
Exactly.
That's an awful lot what it looks like. And what it looks like is actually we're about ready to, unfortunately, run out of time. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back after these messages. You're watching Hook, Line, and Thinker podcast. I'm DJ D Phoenix, hanging tonight with Cousin Robin, King James, DJ Triple T, Sergeant First Class Diggler, Stormy. Oz was here.